Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Friday, or whenever you're watching this. This is Behind the Scenes at a Publisher. I am Peter Vaughan at Cardboard Alchemy. We are in T-minus 4 days to go to our next campaign, so it is a particularly exciting Friday from our standpoint, and it's great to see everybody here. A lot of people chatting already. I love people hanging out to say hello, so thank you very much for coming by. It's great to see everybody. Happy Friday. How's it going? Tim, yeah, T-4. This is we have this tradition where we put up an image 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we go. And I told Rosie about that tradition. And I think actually Rosie holds on to it more than I do now, because I'm like, oh, we're doing this. And she's like, we need our 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 images, which we do. I love the fact that we do that, because it also kind of hypes. It's not just to say to everybody that it's coming. It's also for us to get into this, like, it's like getting on a roller coaster, and it is like it's the countdown for launch. And this particularly is a sci-fi game where we do have launching as a thing. So it really feels like we're, people are signing off in our company as like, pre-check, and people are writing emails now that are like, all systems go. So it's very fun around here at that moment. It's also incredibly stressful, as if we're doing something as crazy as an actual launch to space, but it's really just making a game all the same. I'm still happy to share the process with everybody. Hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, Evan. Evan's a game designer out there making games. We got Mark Dandridge. I still have, I'm still in shock about how many games of Genesis you've already played. Look at this. We got Mike Vanderveen chiming in here. Look at that. Welcome. Saw Mike at Gen Con when we were demoing Genesis, but also I remember the days where Mike would join us. We were at KublaCon a long time ago when we first were putting Andromeda on the table, and Mike was there with us, so that was really fun. So it is great to see everybody. This is going to be somewhat of a Flamecraft Duels stream, as well as an Andromeda stream, because we have other exciting news. We just put out an update this week, and we talked about how Flamecraft Duels is on the production line. We're just finishing the production line, and we got new pictures in like yesterday of even more exciting stuff. So we're going to give you a little on a sneak peek of what it's like to see a board game getting made. We're going to do that, and we're also going to answer your questions about Andromeda's Genesis, if you have any questions before we go live. So let me see if Rosie's ready to come on. Are you ready? All right, good. So we'll get our comms manager in here. How's it going, Rosie?
Everyone just thinks I'm late, but I'm posting the link everywhere.
You're doing all the important things. I'm just like stalling and chatting with people.
Otherwise, it's just me like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Happy
Friday. How is it already Friday? I don't know.
This is the last stream that we're going to do before this campaign's live, which means, and I don't know if anyone's going to come on next Friday, but what we do on the campaign is we offer people a chance to go ask questions. There's going to be a lot of questions. So there might be a lot of people in the stream next week who are like, wait, what is the deluxe, and how do I get this? And, why don't you have it in French? Which is a good question. So all of those. So this is like the calm before the storm stream, right?
It is indeed the calm before the space storm.
Before the ion storm. It's the calm before the ion storm. It's actually the calm before you take over the ion storm, because you can now commandeer raiders in Genesis, which is amazing.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
We're going to try and get some guests over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try and get some people to join us.
Nice.
And obviously you're going to, everyone's going to be hopefully playing Andromeda's Edge on TTS during the campaign. And so, we'll be checking in and seeing how that's going. It'll be exciting.
There is no calm, always storm.
Always storm.
100%. That's true. I thought this year was going to be a little calmer, but that is not the case.
You said that last year as well.
Didn't I? I was actually thinking, Rosie, that this is your third campaign with us, right?
Yes.
So you get to compare what it is now that you started on a Critter Kitchen campaign, you then worked on a Flamecraft campaign, and now this is you coming all the way to Andromeda's Edge and seeing what it's like.
If it's going to be any different as an experience, I'm curious.
Yeah,
This
right?
one's going to be really interesting because the puzzles are probably like the most like in depth we've ever gone.
Yeah.
And I think that will be a lot of fun because we've
Yeah.
never gone this far.
Yeah, I
with
don't
the
know if we mentioned it last week, but for anyone who's joining us, the puzzles are going to be hard. Like we're doing puzzles only because surely this is a campaign that's just an expansion. We were going to do no puzzles. It doesn't have traditional stretch goals. It's one of those things where if you want to get in, you can get in. If you want to get the expansion, you can get in and get out. It's not like what we do for like a full brand new game launch. But we really enjoy the puzzles. Like as a team, I think we just would kind of miss it if there wasn't a puzzle.
Yeah.
And so we did decide to do puzzles, but then we asked Rich to design the hardest puzzles he's ever done because we were kind of thinking of it more like, what if we make a group activity where you can't like an escape room, you have to go, maybe you have to ask for help. You have to say, I cracked one part of it. What did you get? How did you figure out that part? Now,
I think what's really fun about this one is that in the past, both times we've done puzzles, because we did do one little one for
duels.
With Critter Kitchen, they were solved so fast. Within like seconds, we had someone already doing it. And we released them over a period of time, but everyone could sort of do them all at once as they were. They were like, cool, I keep working on these. This time it's a bit different. This time we're sort of doing them one by one, and we hope that it takes people longer than seconds to do it. So even though we're saying they're hard, we're talking about the difference between solving a puzzle within minutes. Everyone's done it.
It's probably just 1 minute later.
It's just 1 minute later, but and then also getting everyone to work together. So we're gonna encourage conversation on the Facebook group as well. I might set up a little puzzle chat so people can talk. And be like, I'm on this one, let's talk. You could also do some threads in Discord. If you don't want to be spoiled, we'll just set up some threads so you can all chat openly about a puzzle. But I'm excited to see. Rich said he might pop in the Discord, and if there's any little actual chats going on in a channel, he might jump in. So we thoroughly encourage people having puzzle solving sessions, which should be a lot of fun.
The other thing about it is that unlike past ones where we've said everyone who wants to play along and get a pink dragon has to solve at least one puzzle, we are not requiring anyone to solve any puzzles. It's more just for the people who want to do this kind of a thing. Yeah. So it is literally offered as something on the campaign that is not required. It's just more like, if you enjoy that part of some of our interactive campaigns, then we want to give it to you. We also wanted to make some incentive. So, and I mentioned this last time, if you are one of the first 3 people to solve a puzzle, that we're going to give you a prize for that. But everyone will get a prize if anyone cracks the puzzle. So as we go, we're going to unlock more content if anyone solves it. So you could sit back and just go, I'm sure the community has this, and whatever cards they unlock, I'm going to be happy to enjoy. Or you could go, I want to be at the forefront of puzzle cracking, code breaking. I want to do it. You could choose your and Ellie, there will be roles in Discord.
I just love how thematic, they've all been thematic in the past, but this one, Rich designed them with that in mind, the most I've ever seen of these 3 campaigns. Again, I didn't do the Flamecraft puzzles the first time around. I wasn't aware of them. But so I think people are going to enjoy getting into character.
I discovered many things from the AE puzzles. I spent many sleepless nights trying to figure things out. What's interesting too is that when Rich first wrote the puzzles for the first time Andromeda's Edge was launched, he didn't know the game as well. He did write a lot of lore that was kind of next to to Luke's lore, but it was different. It was not really based on the game. It was more like, hey, I'm in the middle of space. This time around, Rich understands the game better, so it's interesting about how, and then worked with Rosie on a nice, fun story that you get to discover while you're cracking the puzzles. We're only going to have one puzzle up at a time, too. That's another difference. Is we used to have like all the puzzles up, and people could do it at their own pace. Now it's just going to be one at a time is open. But we'll put them all at the end on Discord for people to like go back and
I'm sure the puzzles will be screenshotted and stuck in Discord and be like, what was this one? I'm sure it'll pop up every now and again. But yeah, doing
that. Axel remembers that the Mission Catastrophe puzzles, which I still have not managed to post on our Discord. I swear I am coming to that. They were actually written in a language called, what was that called? It's like an interactive fiction language where you can write your own, choose your own adventure type stuff. And Rich wrote a 2-part series where you had to play Mission Catastrophe like you were on the ship, and you had to play it in the correct amount of moves in order to get the puzzle to then crack. It was a complex thing, but what was really fascinating about it is when you were done, you knew how to play Mission Catastrophe. Like you understood that game.
That's cool.
I kind of did that a little bit with duels, where you had to understand how to play duels in order to get that puzzle.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people solved it. It was really cool.
Yeah. So anyway, we're having fun. There'll be some
fun. There's some more other fun things you can get involved in. And the page looks so cool. Like so cool.
Well, I'm glad you think that. There is a lot still to do that I'm nervous.
I think it's done. Just go.
No, there's so many things.
You need the bits of little doodles and arrows.
I will say that, like, I'm super excited. We also have run an Andromeda's Edge campaign before. We do know some of the questions that will come up. A lot of people were confused last time about what exactly is inside the deluxe versus inside the standard. I put up a chart last time. We're putting up hopefully a better chart this time that says, here's the deal. Here's what's here. Here's what's here. But it is also more complex because we have more products now than ever. We have, like, some people got the Hive Raider inside their deluxe last time, or inside their all-in, and some people got it later, and some people didn't get it at all. And so there's a lot of different things. But one of the graphics I'm really excited about is the does it fit in the box graphic, which we're making. Because there's people like taking bets that it doesn't fit in the box, and I can't wait to show you how it does fit in the box.
I think so many of you would find it fascinating how a page is created. So many publishers do it different. Like just from like observing how we do it versus other pages I've seen. A lot of because you got to remember it's a big long piece of information running down, and some companies will do like lots of little images that they will just pop in, just like making an email newsletter, but it's very long. Whereas Peter and I'm sure many others make these very long images. Like it's almost like you're designing washi tape, which is just like sellotape. And then at points you have to go, I think we need to take a break here so we can insert this so it can link and stuff. So it's really, really interesting now when I look at Kickstarters and Gamefound pages and seeing how people decide to design. I want to know what the longest campaign, like the longest campaign is.
I didn't used to say that because some people, when they saw the Flamecraft page, and the Flamecraft page went on for a long time. It kept going. It had puzzles and lore, and then it had like reviews, and it had quotes, and it had this and that and the other thing, and we put a calendar on there. And some people were like online saying, this page is too long. And I said, no, it is not too long, because where you choose to get engaged is different where somebody else chooses to get engaged. Like maybe I don't need the lore section, or I don't want the calendar section, but I do want the preview section, or I do want the how to play gifts, or I do want someone doesn't need the rule book, but someone else says, if that rule book isn't there, I can't live with this page. I think the long pages are kind of part of what I think is let me let you into the kitchen and show you how we're
Yeah.
making the stuff, because it's way more than you would ever get if you went to a store and said, I think I'm going to buy, because I just bought Vantage and I'm excited to buy it, but all I've got is the back of the box. I don't get like I mean, I can go watch a video. So these pages have videos and they have just so
Yeah.
many graphics.
And they do, yeah, as Quirkle and MP said, there are tabs down the side so you can,
Well, do you
that's the
know that
thing
the
that,
tabs on the side only came about at, like, I'd say 2 years ago, and crowdfunding has been going on for about 11 years. So it was 9 years of no
no
tabs
tabs.
on the side, and you had
Yeah,
to
I do
scroll.
remember, and you can tell if you go to old campaigns, they kind of have tabs, but it's like it's not really suited to the, because it's just sort of bundled in. Yeah, it's really cool. It's much more useful, especially for me if I have to go back to a page and check what we did.
Yeah.
I remember one of the longest things we ever did was in Critic Kitchen. That stretch goal table
Oh my God.
was
I
so
I
long.
well, some things that I discovered along the way is when I was making the stretch goal map for Flamecraft. And the stretch goal map for Flamecraft, we did a reward every
Yeah,
25,000, and the campaign reached 2 million. So it just kept going. Like, I literally reached the point where I uploaded an image and Kickstarter said that image is too long. Like, I had to break. If
I
you
know.
know
I saw the break.
there's a break in the Flamecraft goals because we reached the actual pixel limit of an image. I
Yeah,
thought that was awesome.
yeah. Now
Uh,
you know.
yeah. I do like making the stretch goal maps, but I'm glad that, like, we don't have them this year
Yeah.
on we didn't do one on duels. We're not doing one this time because it comes pre-stretched. It has everything except for tiny couple things, just a tiny couple things. But
Yeah, absolutely. When you when you were showing when we have our meetings, you dropped the image in of the page, and I'm like, it's still loading. I can't. It's all pixels. I can't
too
see
big.
it because it's such a big file. I'm
Yeah,
like, no, nothing. Could you screen share? I can't see
yeah.
it.
No, that it's very interesting. Um, and Gamefound is also particularly interesting because there's nested images. Because what they decided, and a lot of their users decided, is that they would rather have a wall inside a wall. So if you click on a product, there is another scrolling wall inside that product, which, as a creator going to Gamefound, we also have to maintain a very cool wall inside the wall. And then inside that, you could have other products which could also have walls. It's pretty, it's pretty, like, like it just could go on and on,
Yeah.
um,
There are some questions here about,
Inception basically is what's happening on
yeah.
game.
There's some questions here about GameFound and Kickstarter
Sure.
and why companies sort of choose to which other, and it's nuanced and also not as interesting, I think, as people think it might be.
Yeah.
But like, if you got like any insight as to why publishers choose one over the other?
Yeah, I do sort of. I mean, I've been on Kickstarter for many years. This is actually my 12th campaign, and it's the 7th for Cardboard Alchemy, which blows me away because that doesn't feel like we've done 7. Um,
Yeah, no,
but
that's a really long time. That's really
12, this is number 12, and that means that I've done 11 previously, one of which has been on Gamefound, and 10 have been on Kickstarter. So I'm much more familiar with Kickstarter, but why did we go to Gamefound in the first place? Well, when Gamefound came out, they only had one category. See, Kickstarter has this little pie wheel of all of the campaigns that it supports: dance projects and film projects and book projects and food projects. And it just so happens that games turned into the biggest pie wedge. And that's when Gamefound said, and they were launching, like, the people behind Gamefound are the people who make Awaken Realms games. And Awaken Realms had some of the biggest Kickstarters. And I know why they seem to say, we're getting so big, we want our own platform to launch. And why not build it for everyone, not just us? Let's build it for gamers. Let's just take one pie wedge. Let's just take this one category and let's make the platform for gamers. We'll make the different decisions, like that list on the left. That was all Gamefound saying, this is what we want. We don't want the same tools. We wanted different tools. And so a lot of people who came over, went to Gamefound, were people who also, I feel like, were veterans of the crowdfunding space. And what I mean by that too is I think that it's bigger campaigns and more and deeper minis games and things that I feel like the audience was a little bit more pro at the platform. So we always looked at Kickstarter as more entry gateway, and Kickstarter is a little bit more viral and a little bit more organic, whereas I think Gamefound is very focused. It's very much, everyone who's there is there to back Chip Theory's $400 project if it comes up. And I love that about it. It's like kind of very like deep. The questions asked on Gamefound can sometimes be blunt and cutting and like, tell me if it has X, Y, or Z, or I'm out. And I do appreciate that it's a bunch of consumers that know what they want. But then there's this whole thing of what do they want in terms of a page? What does everybody want over there in terms of the page? That's why I think we need charts, because I think when you talk about a Gamefound audience, they're like, tell me down to the specs of what this thing has in it. It's much more ready for that.
Yeah, there are features on Gamefound that are better than Kickstarter, and there are features on Kickstarter that are better than Gamefound. It's a market thing a lot of the time. You might notice the games that end up on Gamefound, a lot of them are heavier games. A lot of them are massive games, because those who know about Gamefound are more likely to be the kind of gamers that buy those games. Whereas when it comes to Kickstarter, it's more well known, which means that someone new to crowdfunding, like they've never crowdfunded anything in their life, and they're like, I really want this thing, I don't know how to do it. Kickstarter has a lot of like history and understanding across multiple products, so you're able to do your research and check a bit more, whereas I think Gamefound is a little bit more alien.
Also, Mike points out, and I think that's really true, I had forgotten this, they started out as only a pledge manager, which is actually a part that Kickstarter doesn't do, or didn't do until this year.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because what they started off then is by trying to say, we'll take on this part of the process, which is after we funded, let's make this really seamless pledge, like to get everyone's pledge right. But then they thought,
small campaigns on Kickstarter. I've done a Kickstarter campaign and I didn't use the pledge manager because I just did a really small one, and everyone just gave me their addresses. They paid everything they needed to, because I had to add in the shipping immediately, which is risky, because if the shipping changes later. But it was a much smaller campaign. It was 400 pins sent to 1,500 people or something. Like it wasn't that bad. So I think the need for pledge managers has increased with the scale of campaigns, and that's why it's good to have them. And
it's interesting, by the way, because Impy says, I like not having game stretch goals. They always make me think that either the stretch content hasn't been play tested properly, which, by the way, in our case has never been true. We've always play tested the heck out of it. Or if the stretch goals aren't met, the final game is incomplete. Which I have some fun thoughts on that, which is that I feel really proud of this. Out of all the 12 campaigns, I've never not hit the stretch goals. I do understand that there's some campaigns and they go out there and they don't know what they're going to fund, and so they conceive stretch goals that are well beyond, and then they get caught where they're funded but they're not anywhere close to their stretch goals. Whereas I've engineered it in such a way that it's like, we're going to be, I've sort of done the research and we're going to be fine. But the reason why stretch goals sort of became a thing in a lot of ways is because when Kickstarters first came out, when Kickstarters first came out, they didn't hit their goals often until the very end of the Kickstarter, because they would have no idea how to put their goal in the right place. But as people started getting a good idea of how to put their goal in the right place, what ended up happening is I did a Kickstarter where the goal was $9,000. All it was is to fund my first card game called What the Food. And what happened is that we took about a week to hit the 9,000, but then when we hit the 9,000, we had like 20 days to go, and we hit the 9,000, and we had 20 days to go, and nobody had anything to do. it became this thing of like, well, now what do we cheer for? We were cheering for the 9,000, and now what do we cheer for? And that's why stretch goals became this. I'm not going to say like our society needs. Well, we do. Our society became much. We need the attention spans are so much shorter, and we need a quick hit of another. There needs to be another dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Social media has done that to us also, where we have to go, wow, what's next?
I mean, a lot of people are doing stretch goals in other products where they say they're designing, I say enamel pins because that's the thing I did. And if you wanted to make sure that you funded, then you couldn't put all the products in your goal because otherwise you don't get any of the money. So you'd put like 4 pin designs in the first goal. And then you go, hey, if we keep going well, I'll unlock more designs. Meaning that you've got this risk of people being like, but I want one of those designs, but at least you definitely are going to make something and succeed, compared to if you're like, cool, let's design 20 pins, and then you could have done 10 of them. So the stretch goal thing was popular as well because of the fact that you wanted to do this, but maybe you could do more. And that's become a thing that you sort of see and expect. But I think campaigns are changing. We're seeing more pre-stretched, more shorter campaigns.
Well,
because of that.
I mean, the things that Impy brings up are absolutely legit, because sometimes things aren't play tested, and sometimes things aren't baked, and sometimes things aren't unlocked, and sometimes there's this game, of course, that everyone's playing, which is like, you have to do the right amount. You do too little. Like I remember we did on Critter Kitchen, we did stretch goals that were mostly based on not mechanical content. Well, we did do a lot of mechanical content. What am I thinking of? There's a game where we did, it was either Flamecraft or somewhere. Yeah, Flamecraft, where we unlocked postcards. And people were like, I don't want a stretch goal of a postcard. Some people were thrilled, but we put the postcards in to stall because we saw how fast we were eating through mechanisms. And what I did not want to do is put mechanisms that weren't tested. And I didn't want to run out of mechanisms. So we were like, well, let's put art. And some people were like, I am thrilled that art is a stretch goal. And some people were like, boring. Let's see actual gameplay. So there's this thing that happens where Kickstarter is the Wild West. So if I back a game tomorrow and it's a brand new creator and they have not gone through what I've gone through, they will make rookie mistakes. And then what happens is you get a game and it's like, well, this doesn't feel tested at all. Like, why did you do this? Well, they feel all the pressure to put stretch goals in because backers demand it now. They're like, wait, I need a stretch goal. Otherwise, this is...
Or they want to improve the quality of the product. So linen finish on cards wasn't standard for some time. So that would be like a common stretch goal was linen finish cards.
The old stretch goals were like, we made it dual layer. We made it linen, and we made the cardstock went from white core to black core. Yeah. And I was like,
no one knows what you're talking about. They're like,
people
cool.
In the beginning, people were like, that sounds cool. What'd you do? And then you'd be like, well, the wood got thicker, or we decided to paint. Like now the tokens are silk screened, but not just on one side. We silk screened the other side. And it's like, what? You weren't going to silk screen both sides?
UV. I do love it.
Oh, yeah, the UV coating was just ridiculous.
This is the thing, like, to be safe about playtesting, and if you don't have anything extra added to your game that's not necessary, then don't. Yeah. But, like, at the same time, you want to give them something, so you metal coins and other things, enamel pins and other stuff pop up.
Well, let me tell you, there's been some really, I could do a show sometime on stretch goals that have gone like horribly wrong or that have been difficult, because I remember at the Dwellings of Eldervale, we had tested 16 factions, but I was a little worried that if we went out on day one with 16 factions, we'd have nothing new to explain. So I thought, well, let's unlock a faction every little bit in the campaign, and that'll be fun because first of all, you can't absorb 16 at once anyway, and so this would be like, oh cool. But because the faction boards were double-sided, I did not anticipate the anxiety and stress over unlocking one to be double-sided, but not the others yet. Even though I knew we were going to get there, nobody else knew that we were going to get there. I was just like, we're going to get there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But they were like, no, the red one has 2 sides and the green one has 1 side, and I can't live with this game now. I've seen stretch goals go where someone put in a stretch goal and people started to stop backing and getting out because they're like, I don't like what you just did. Like you put it in and now I'm out, actually. I don't want it anymore, which is just wild.
The conversation in the chat has changed.
Oh yeah? Oh good.
I blame Ellie. She's talking about pins for Andromeda's Edge.
Oh, pins. Oh, that's yeah. We had a conversation about pins for Andromeda's Edge.
We did, but specifically the ships, not raiders. The ships.
Interesting.
They want the different ship types as pins.
Oh, interesting.
Which I think is a very cool idea. I also blame me. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, let's show some things. We don't have to go off on the tangent of stretch goals forever. Somebody
let's
said,
do some stuff. Well, first and foremost, Impy actually mentions love the Wood Whisperers art.
Oh, please, let's put that up because that's like one of my favorite pieces of art. That nope, that's not.
No, sorry. Where's that gone? This is the joy of using technology. This is why I make board games.
There we go. Look at that. That is the Wood Whisperers art, which is here. Let me put a background that we can just. There we go. So this is a brand new faction that is coming in Genesis, and it's a really fun thing that happens because Luke Laurie, who's the designer of co-designer of Andromeda's Edge, is also the developer of Whisperwood. He's helping us make that game and turn it into its final form. And he got really inspired by playing Whisperwood we were at KublaCon, we were playing Whisperwood and we were playing Genesis. And I mentioned we had a plant-based faction, but it wasn't quite right yet. And we were playing Whisperwood, and then he got kind of excited by the idea of having this tie-in between Andromeda's Edge and Whisperwood. And what's kind of fitting about that is Andromeda's Edge has tie-ins already. So this is not like a new concept. We have a tie-in to Rise of Tribes has a nod. We have a tie-in to Manhattan Project Energy Empire has a nod. We also have like a callback to Dwellings. We have all these little Easter eggs already to previous games. This is an Easter egg to a future game, which is kind of wild in that sense. You know?
Well, we do like to travel back and forth through time, so
so this is
future Easter egg.
This is the lore
Which is what Disney do all the time. They sneak in future games, future movies into stuff, and the thing is that backfired on them because they put a movie that's not coming out into Zootopia, I think. I was like, what's that movie? And it's like it never came out, but they do sneak their movies in like DVD form or in like little visual ways, which is so fun.
This is our year to do future Easter eggs because in Flamecraft Duels we have a promo that sort of hints at Flamebound, and also Dragons and Dragons has nods to Flamebound. And this is now going forward again, so it's kind of neat to do that.
It's very cool. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Like
I do love it too.
I just love the idea that that's their ship. Or is that the ship, or are they fixing that ship? Like,
so Luke clarified this because Mark and Dandridge said something like that. The plants could be attacking a ship, and Luke's like, no, I thought they were restoring and building a ship. That's what they're doing.
It does look like broken pieces being pulled back together.
You'll notice that it has a little bit of a beak because it could be the Wood Whisperers have an owl transport, so this could be the owl.
So this might be the unfettered owls.
It could be the unfettered owl being constructed.
Interesting. That's cool.
What else we have in the art department? Because I noticed there's another ship that we could be showing.
I actually have no idea what this is. Not a clue. Like, I don't even know.
Edge. I want to go to the edge of Andromeda and just take it like a cruise ship, right? That's what we're gonna do.
I really don't. It's quite dangerous. You know when they go, what world do you like to live in? I'm like,
oh yeah.
No, I would never survive.
Probably not. Oh, by the way, I'll pan over. I do have a Whisperwood image I can pan over to, since Megan in our Facebook did ask for it. So after we're done talking about the cruise, I will do one more Whisperwood thing.
Cool.
But this one, does anyone in the chat recognize what this ship is from?
No,
I think
no
Mike just
idea.
said it.
Not a clue.
Look at that. A Galactic Cruise tie-in. Did you know that Galactic Cruise is going to launch on September 9th, their next expansion? And we're all launching
Really?
on September 9th,
Wow.
which is pretty cool.
Didn't know that at all.
We've had a conversation with them and been wished them luck, and then that led to this conversation where we were like, huh.
Isn't
Wouldn't
that
it be
cool?
cool if, but we have to leave it at that.
I have to leave it at that, I'm afraid. Just have to be there day one.
Yes, you have to find out what this all means, but that's gonna be a lot of fun.
What this all means, yeah.
I really they released their trailer. I think they showed their trailer, and I love the idea where you unlock new content. They're doing the thing that I think is very popular in the 2025, which is little mini boxes of new stuff that you get to open, and it's something that I want to do also in one of our future games.
Yeah, I love things like that.
I love the idea of discovery. Like after you've played one, you get to crack something up. But I think Dwarf Romantic did it really well when they won.
Really well, yeah.
Award, because it's fun to get that box to open something.
Yeah, the most complicated one of that I've played is Charterstone, because it had like a reference like whole thing, and then you'd pull cards out. It was so cool. Then you had stickers, and then there were boxes of secret stuff. It was very cool. So yeah, but no, mystery to me. I don't even know who posted this. Like, what social media manager posted this?
Yeah, who knew?
Who knew?
I also like that we did several social media things. Each one was a different rocket. So I thought that was fun. Thanks to Galactic Cruise folks for letting, because their artwork is we're really proud of our artwork. Sergio Chavez did an amazing job, but Ian O'Toole's artwork for that game is so iconic. So I wanted to pan over to, let me just go over here for a second. I wanted to pan over because Megan did ask, is there any more Whisperwood? And I do have in the office this banner. It's also being guarded by a plant dragon
with awards. Just
yeah, well, there's a couple Dice Tower awards up there. Yeah,
just casual.
I also the Genesis box. Anyway, I like to have art around just to get inspired when we're making stuff.
Very cool.
All right, what else did we want to cover?
Someone asked if I was going to have a backdrop of the Cosmic Frog for when we do stuff, and I'm like, just to give you a little bit of an inside scoop as to this room. It is literally your arm went, your wingspan is also your height for the most part. So this is 5'3", and there's a lot of board games in it. So sadly, I don't think any magical banner, unless we do that horrible thing where you cut yourself out, and
we'll put you a frog.
Sadly, this is the room. But we can try and do the thing where I have
this is so true. You stream from a closet.
It's not a closet, okay? I live in a 1.5 bedroom flat.
Yeah.
And this is the half bedroom. A child used to sleep in this room, and the last people owned it. This was a teenager's room. So it's not that small. But it's not far from what I guess you would call a closet in America. It's a walk-in closet without clothes. So. But it works. This angle, you can't see I have a desk and everything. So
I'm not hearing that there's no room for a frog. I'm hearing that it would be tight. But I'm hearing that it could make it. That it would just be.
What I want is an inflatable.
Oh, nice. You want like a Baymax frog. It's like it just.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I will dress up as a frog for the live stream.
Nice. You heard it here first, everybody. This is what Rosie's gonna do during the campaign. Is no, we're not doing.
I actually am doing a murder mystery where my character is a frog prince.
Oh,
so there will be a frog costume at some point.
Nice.
Yeah. So we do have some other things. So we released an update on Flamecraft Duels, and you may have seen a very fun image of. Would you have that picture on you? I believe you're using it all the time, of the Iron Dragon and the Plant Dragon on a boat.
Oh, I'd have to upload that 1 second. Let's put that
it's a frog closet, absolutely. This is the frog closet. It is full of frogs, to be honest. But yeah, so we did an update, and what that means is that they are packing up everything and they're going to be putting it the first wave on to boats very soon. So it's really exciting. Here we go. Look at that.
I had so much fun the very first time we did Flamecraft. We did this same thing. I mocked up the plant, the bread dragon and the meat dragons. Those were the two that we had at the time. And I said it'd be fun if we did that again because we are getting on boats. And Rosie added the nice pun. There was a couple choices. You know, we had It's Time where the plant dragon was getting the pun. It's time. But the Iron Dragon was really the one given the quote, so we had to get an Iron Dragon.
And the Iron Dragon's like, it's not time for my
also,
backpack yet.
Also, a little bit of an extra double entendre with bags are packed because there is a backpack we all care about. We want to know
absolutely
what is in the backpack. Also, I don't know if you mentioned this once, but it's worth saying again in the stream. We are going to do a backpack reveal. Because we do know that now at this point, someone will get this backpack probably by October, early October, and we want to make sure that we make a video or make a post or do some. I think it's gonna be a video probably, right? Where we will spoil it, but you don't have to watch that. But you'd have to not. I mean, there's gonna be so many people.
Your choice is if you would like to not be spoiled by someone on the internet going, look what I got. And you're not very good at avoiding those things, then you can be officially surprised in the right way by us. But you don't have to watch it at all. We'll tell everyone to not say anything from seeing the video, and you can carry on and just avoid the internet as best you can. But I know that it'll be really hard because if you're in the Discord, people will say things and it'll be difficult to avoid. So if you'd like to be surprised in the right way, then we'll do it. But you can, of course, just do the usual avoid end game spoilers. So, you know, so we'll try and come up with a fun thing to do. All
right, Axel, I'm down for this. Yeah, let's do it. I'd like to go to. I've already been talking to. It's funny, like as I've talked to different partners, we have a partner that's helping us publish games in Brazil, and I was like, I'd like to see all these different partners' offices. We've got a partner in Japan, and I've just been like making my list of like, well, I could hand deliver there, and I could hand deliver there. Yes, I'd like to go to Mexico.
World tour.
I love it. Yeah, so we will have a what's in the backpack stream or something like that, so that we can.
And in the Nicole, in the update, we also put some images from our manufacturer eStar of them making all of the products that we crowdfunded for Flamecraft Tools, including the expansion, Dragons and Dragons, the second print of the art book, all the promo packs, and everything. And so there was a little video in there which you can go and watch in the update. But we also got some more images from them afterwards.
Just a day later, they're like, oh, by the way, we also did this. And I was like, what? Some really cool stuff. Like, for example, like, look at this. They've got the sheets of cards before they're cut. And this particular sheet is from Dragons and Dragons because you can see how it has high dragons on it and companions on it and upscales. So look at all.
Is this a spoiler for the scales? Because I don't think everyone saw them all.
I don't know that we showed them all, but
I don't think we showed them all.
Sonara drew so many cool upscales, and oh my god, this sheet alone is super exciting. I can't wait for people to play, because a lot of people don't even understand that Duels was an expansion campaign. I know that everyone probably watching here understands that, but I run into people now who go, wait, there's an expansion to Flamecraft? It's going to blow people away, this expansion, because there's so much content in there. Well, thank you. That's very nice. But we have more stuff, because check this out. This is what it looks like when you stack lots of expansion copies in one of
the
many.
ones facing the wrong way annoy you.
I think it's very funny that there is like this. It's like playing Minecraft, and there's like several bricks that are that
Just
are
turn them around.
to the other side.
It's amazing. It's
But
so
what a
cool.
tower of expansions. We're actually making so many copies of this expansion, and because of its immediate success, we're making more copies of this expansion. So we're already printing, like we're printing, and these are getting on a boat, and then we're pressing print again. That's how exciting that Dragons and Dragons is for people.
It's really cool.
But I have
And
one.
even though it was a really successful campaign, we still are very aware that a lot of people don't know about it. You know,
Yeah.
that how many times has Flamecraft been reprinted now?
Flamecraft is probably on its 10th run.
Right. And every run is like at least 10,000 games or
It
like
depends. It depends on like the actual number of Flamecraft copies that fit in a freight container is 8,880. And once we figured that out, that's sometimes how many we order
Okay.
because we're like, well, that's a container.
So
But
if
then
you think about how many people backed the first campaign, and then since then it's been reprinted so many times, and all those people with those games, there's a lot of people out there who do not know there is an expansion.
oh
And
yeah,
so you know, that's why we're like, we're gonna need more because there's gonna be a bunch of people going, wait, what? I
yeah.
want that. So
My
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
my favorite is listening to the reorder quantities when people are like, well, we need more than 8,000. Do you want to just go to 16 or do you want to do 27 or whatever whatever it goes to the next
Look,
one.
Nicole's literal job.
Yeah, 100%. We're at that many Flamecraft games.
300,000 copies of that's
Actually, I think, Nicole, the last time we tabulated it was getting closer to 400 now, but I didn't believe that. But I
and
think
does that include all the languages as well?
yeah, we're talking about like all the languages now because it's you gotta actually that yeah no that
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's
So
gotta be
there's a lot of people out there who could want this expansion, and so that's why we're
our
not making 300,000, but that's why we're making more.
our job now is to make sure, and that is one of the reasons why we're so as we ramp up a little bit at Cardboard Alchemy, one of the things we're trying to focus on is retailers and localization because we really do want to make sure that the people who want this game, because I run into retailers who say it's the best selling game in our store, and then I say, oh my god, are you going to get the expansion? They go, what? What do you mean there's an expansion? And I go, okay,
Yeah.
we have a job to do, which is to get this out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and the thing was that during the campaign, I made a lot of content about duels. It's a fantastic game to make content about. It's
Yeah,
literally teachable in like 3 minutes, and it's just you know, I really wanted to, but like I didn't have any prototype of the expansion because of the process of making it and
yeah,
everything. We
it
just didn't have
wasn't.
one. So I'm going to be able to tell people about it more when we have it and we can show
Yeah,
people. So it's very exciting. And in
Rosie, I
fact,
can
we
ship
do
you
have
one
a
right now.
video of it being
Oh, this is exciting, everybody. So this is one of the deepest behind the scenes we can show. This is a video of Dragons and Dragons getting assembled. Look
so at
at that.
first I was like, what's going in that long hole? And then I was like, oh yeah.
There's a little mat
It's a little
that
map.
goes there. Yeah.
It's
This is
so
really fun
cool.
to watch, this kind of thing. It's like they've paper wrapped the cards, so the cards are going in it, and then they're this is where all the other tokens are in, and they're putting the rule book and a flyer for the video game goes in there, and then they're also boxed up.
So it's not that big, Ellie. It's not that big a box. It's
No,
just
look
a
at that little box. It's just a cute little box.
little
It's
box, yeah.
actually about the same size as Duels in its dimensions, but a little thinner.
And then it goes in a machine and it gets sealed,
Yeah,
and then they're packing it up. I've actually worked on a line like this for
yeah.
Lush Cosmetics when we were packing
Now,
Christmas,
what's really
and
funny about
it's so
this is
fast.
this is Duels and Dragons of the Past and Dragons and Dragons all being put together in a
Mm.
bundle. That is why you see like that's happening.
Wait, it's going in a special little thing?
Yeah, the reason
Like
why it's doing that, the reason why this particular one is going in these foam packages is because of the Duels lock that they don't want to scratch anything, and they're packing them all together in one bundle because that's what we offered on the campaign was these bundles.
that's so cool. I didn't know we're getting little polystyrene
I
security
mean,
things.
Potentially not the most environmentally friendly thing that we've done in a
Yeah.
game, but they were pointing out that like otherwise the things could get scratched, and we don't want anyone to have like, you know, a bad time with their.
Yeah, it's difficult to calculate because having to replace stuff is also a massive like environmental effect. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Well,
making sure that we only have to ship it once,
one time.
ideally.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's so cool to see what they're doing, and really appreciate them taking the time to go and film this and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome. So
That scale
exciting.
right there, the reason why there's that scale, by the way, is that they can weigh down to a very small variance whether or not a card deck is in the box. So when they put it on that scale, they need to see a certain number, and if that number is not there, then they know that somebody along that line forgot to do their they missed a token, or they missed a card deck or something like that.
Yeah.
So
So
but anyway, that's a fun little look at it. It's amazing how much goes into the production, and we're really thankful for E-Star.
Yeah.
Working around the
We
clock.
like to show as much as we can. Like if they'll send us stuff, we'll show it to you. And often the stuff we see, we're like, well, that's not very interesting. Thank you for that piece of paper.
Actually, during the campaign for Andromeda, what I should do is bring out the old videos that I have from when I went to go visit, because I actually have some assembly of Andromeda's Edge.
It's also on our YouTube. You can see it in the shorts section. There's a bunch of little videos we put together, so you can see some things being done, which is really cool.
Because when you see the scale of it in the update, we showed like there's just buckets and buckets of miniatures, and you see the absolute scale of these lines. You know, when we talk about the tokens that are in duels, and there's 43 tokens a duels copy, and then you multiply that, it's over 1 million. It's more. So many tokens get made. And then they, you know, we had an email last week where they're like, this many defect tokens, that we had to cull this many, because of course during those mass productions you find out that, you know, colors run out or wrappers get stuck or whatever the thing is, and they've got to have so many people on top of all that.
I've got some questions I want to make sure that we cover in the last 10 minutes or so. Ellie asks, are you planning on having an available demo test on TTS for people to try out, or not because it's an expansion to an established game?
Are you talking about Genesis?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Genesis,
this is a while ago, so I assume it was about Genesis.
Genesis is going to be on TTS, yes, and everyone who wants to play it can play it. We're going to have a link on the campaign, which means we have some links right now in our Discord to play Andromeda's Edge on TTS, and also to play the we have one where it's got the solo mode in TTS. We're actually going to combine all of those modes. Lauren on our team is working on that right now. We're going to combine all of the content that is already been done for Andromeda's Edge, plus Genesis, plus promos, and put it into one TTS. So you have everything in one, and you can, and I thank you very much, Axel and Ellie were both ace pilots, which what that was is that during the original campaign, they were around showing people how to play if you didn't know how to play. And if you are both around again, I would love it if you could show someone the ropes of Andromeda's Edge, because there'll be some people asking, what is this game? But yeah, we're going to have it on TTS so people can give all of the Genesis content a whirl. Basically, fight against the Cosmic Frog, go to the Cosmic Swamp and find out what's in there, and then go back to the Innovation Hub and then discover some Exotech, or beat a raider to discover Exotech, and then find one of the ancient shrines and fix the corrupted stars. Find out what the persistence of memory is like, and then build some developments with new powers on them. One of the things about the TTS that I will tell you is that we're not going to unlock every development ability power on day one. The campaign will be revealing them. And so if you play TTS, you're only going to get to play development powers that have been exposed on the campaign. So on the very first day of the campaign, you should have access to the obelisk powers, because we're going to reveal those first, but we're not going to have any other powers yet. But if you keep playing on TTS at Andromeda's Edge, you are going to start to see more cards get added. So that would be fun.
Also, Rodney would like to know what pledges will be available. Is it still on the page right now? Because I know we had a mention of it on the original.
There was update. We've done 2 updates. Update
One, I
2.
think, had it in it.
What it was it 1? Yeah, 1 had it in there.
Yeah.
1 said basically there's going to be 3 main pledges. There's going to be Genesis, of course, because some people have it all and they just want to get the new thing. And then there's going to be something called fully operational. What is fully operational? Fully operational is the deluxe, but with every single gameplay card that's ever been made. So that's fully operational. So if there's someone out there that's like, I want to get in, but I don't want to have to try and figure it out. I just want to catch up. Fully operational has everything. It has solo mode. It has every faction. You get all 21 factions. You get every module that was ever done. You get every raider that was ever done. You get just every bit of gameplay. But you also get a deluxe box, which means you get raiders in miniatures with translucent pieces, and you get a game tray system with 14 different game trays, and you get buildings and resources, and it all fits in the big black box. So that's fully operational. But that doesn't have some of the extra things. So we have something called System Overload, which is basically a fully operational with 7 more cosmetic upgrades. And those include, wooden moons and sleeves and dice trays and jumbo dice and coasters and a mega neoprene mat for your table, and System Overload has the dice tower in it.
Yep.
So you get to decide if you want all the gameplay or just everything, just everything, just to have everything. And what we decided to do for that one that's got everything is we made it a deal. Like when you see the deal that it is, it's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm not even sure how we can possibly do this because I want to make sure that if someone is coming in that they can catch up. Now you can go a la carte. You can say, you know what, I don't want the coasters, I don't need the sleeves, I just want to get the wooden moons. But you say to yourself, oh, maybe I just want the mat and the wooden moons. But I'll tell you, by the time you put the mat and the wooden moons, the coasters and the sleeves might be free if you just look at the combo, because there's gonna be a massive combo, because Andromeda's Edge is all about combo-licious stuff.
Is there an expansion all-in System Overload? So the idea is there all the new stuff in a pledge? Like if you've got everything, if you've got the all-in, is there a...
So here's how that works. If you have already got the all-in, what are you missing, right? What you're missing if you've already got the all-in is you're missing Genesis. So there is a Genesis pledge. And what you're also, the only other things you're missing is the mat and the dice tower. So of course we did do a combo of mat plus dice tower. So basically you would go Genesis as your main pledge, and then you go for the combo mat dice tower, which we also reduced in price if you combo it, so that we wanted to make sure that there was a deal for you. Also, if you're coming in and you've already got everything and you're just like, I just want the 3 new things, which is Genesis, a mat, and a dice tower.
Yeah.
And Ellie's asking about stretch goals. So the campaign does not have stretch goals per se. There are a couple things to unlock via puzzles, and because apparently Tim Chewin has been trapped by Unity.
Like a while now. Like a while.
I know. I wonder how it's going over there.
My bad. I think it was communications' job to inform people to do something about that, and I'm waiting until we launch, just for marketing's sake.
You're like, he's got snacks.
Wait. They actually do really good sushi, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, right. So we are going to have some more things to unlock. We're going to have at least some perks when you get to the campaign that you're going to discover that they're available. We're also going to have the Dice Tower promo cards available that you can add on as well. So in other words, if you want to get those are promos, so they're not in fully operational, they're not in the Genesis pack, they are just if you do not already have them, because some people do have the Dice Tower cards. We're also going to have a couple little surprises that everybody gets if you've backing a game pledge, something for you. But stretch goal wise, it's going to be pretty much what you see immediately. We've put so much in Genesis already. What's inside this box? A complete event deck, 2 raiders, new development cards, exotech cards, new regions, new factions. It's a whole new appendix. I mean, it's a really good, robust expansion. So
there was also so Matthew was asking about t-shirts. Well, t-shirts are already the current Andromeda's t-shirt is already available via our Printify website. So you can already get that there. But
yes, but we do have a t-shirt. We have something to talk about.
Stop.
No, we do.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Watch the entire campaign.
Yes, there are lots of things coming.
Just be there or be square.
There are. I forgot shrines. Thank you, MP. There's like so much in this box. I actually am super excited by the shrines because from the get-go of making Andromeda's Edge, I wanted these. These are the half tiles that go in the crevices of. There's a good one. There we go. Like these go sideways in the game. Where the holes, like the tiles create these holes, and now there's something to go there. So that's pretty fun. All right.
What else was there? Ellie wants to know when we're going to do some more Whisperwood playtests.
Oh, those are coming. We just got to get through this campaign.
Got to get through this little thing, and then
tiny thing. You know, we're being attacked.
We're going to try and get Luke on a live stream, and you might be able to weasel some info out of him.
Yeah, let's do that.
Seasonal ask, I know the backpack on the Iron Dragon is removable. Can it fit the other Flamecraft plushies? I want it on my plants to make a plush of my artisan. So it is completely removable. As they get smaller, it's a bit looser on all of them. So if you want it to, I think it should be fine on the plant if a little bit loose because the plant isn't drastically different in size. Here we go. You can do it. I haven't got them on me right now. They're on a shelf. But if you're trying to fit it on a bread one, I would recommend like altering the straps a little bit because it wouldn't fit as well.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's a little packed on there. Should be careful.
What are you doing?
No, I took it out. I took the surprise out. I'm not gonna accidentally have
get those wings out. Poor little wings.
I know. I gotta get the wings out. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Sundar's like, what are you doing? Okay, we got.
Everyone's like, open the pack. Like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Actually, wait for it. Look at that.
Now I'm wondering what you could fit in there.
Yeah, right.
Can I fit a small marmalade sandwich? Can I fit? Like,
I will tell you this.
I'm going to find out what games I can fit in there.
It's not going to spoil anything, but the thing that goes in this pack. We did have to go. Could you make the pack a little bit bigger because we've got to make sure we can get it out of there. So anyway,
but like, I think I could fit Hive in there. I think I could fit
Hive in here.
I could fit a few little card games. I'm sure.
This would be fun. Is our new line of small card games that goes inside the pack. You bring your dragon, and then you get to bring a game.
Just get some button shy wallets.
I could put this on another dragon. Hold on a second. We'll get another one.
The smaller they get, the more. Do you remember when you used to wear rucksacks at school and you just have them like hanging down in a really bad for your spine way? That's what it gets like on the bread dragon, the meat dragon.
I think the bread dragon would have a little bit of a problem though because it's the only one with the arms. You have to help the bread dragon out.
Yeah,
but
he'll need a helping hand.
This is the one where it's already got a scarf, the potion dragon, so it's like truly ready for an adventure.
So ready.
Want to do this? Yeah.
Look at that. So ready for adventure. So cute. I'm gonna need one for every dragon.
Extra backpacks.
I'm already seeing
there's somebody screaming, Rosie, about a new thing we gotta produce.
I'm already seeing Elizabeth putting props in every single so cute.
Did the frog get in the backpack? Yes.
Absolutely. I'm going to work out how many frogs I can fit in there. I have many frogs.
There's enough room for a frog and a cube as well. Get in there.
I'm going to put like like tea bags and like
Oh, there's
things
plenty
you
of room.
need.
I could do. How many Andromeda's Edge miniatures could I fit in this backpack? I could do quite a bit.
I love it.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna get another one. I get more in there.
I think I got through those questions that I saved. Course my niece, plushy baby Gary. I don't think the hive would fit. I just don't think the hive would fit.
That's exactly where my brain went next. Hold on a second. I got to do it. We've got a hive here.
I'm a place for all my books. So cute. Does it fit?
I just played. I'm going to take out the frog and the cube, and we're going to find out if the hive fits. I just played
a necessary thing
last night with Alex Cutler.
Oh, what did you play?
A place for all my books.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's the hive.
Send me a copy.
It might be a little tight. Oh my God, look at this. The entire hive. The entire hive.
That's a chunky raider as well. So chunky.
Yeah, you could take a hive to go and all the hornets. That means the mortality sphere would also have no problems.
Rosie, this is absolutely necessary.
The mortality sphere.
It's filled with bees.
Bees and frogs, everybody. That's what you can take with you. Well, the mortality sphere is a little bit tougher, but it works.
Oh my goodness. Totally. I'm just seeing all the people with like kits taking their plushies and going, just put everything you need in here. Like, here's your meds and here's your little name and notepad and it's everything you need. So cute.
It's very functional. Anyway, what does anyone else have any more things they want to know?
Oh, everyone wants you to roll dice down the dice tower. They keep asking.
That would be fun, wouldn't it? I don't have a surface though for the
I know, that's what I was wondering. I don't know how
I could just shoot it out at the camera. Hold on a second.
Please note, meant to be placed on a surface. But yeah, sending the dragons off to school. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a backpack on all of my dragons. I love it. Well, this is where we now wait for the chaos roll, as Ellie says. Peter breaks his camera. It's powerful. It's a powerful obelisk. These dragons need to learn how to run a shop. They all know how to do it. That's a skill they have. They're very good at it. But yeah. What games people playing this weekend? Any you're excited about? Let us know. Okay. What have you got? Exciting. Yeah. Okay. Hang on, let me make you big. Oh no.
That was a lot of dice.
That's great.
Yeah. It's really fun. Okay, wait, yeah. Let's put me up there. All right, let's. Oh, there you go. There you go. Now, on the actual board, this won't be that. It won't get away from you, especially on the mat or on your actual game board. But I'm tilting it so that it goes out at you.
It's really cool. Someone asked how long it takes to build. It's not that bad. There'll be a video and everything on how to do it.
I saw the folks that make it. They did it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Pros though, but I don't think it'll be that bad. I think like they really.
I'm trying to remember how long it took me to build, like the Gamegenic one, which is it's a similar style. I want to say I had a very merry 30 minutes of drinking a cup of tea while doing it, but I wasn't rushing. Yeah. Wasn't rushing.
Seems about right. You could have somebody else set up the game for Andromeda's Edge while you make the dice.
Oh, I think it definitely takes less time than setting up Andromeda's Edge.
No, but for the people who want to take their time, but then you'll be all set to go and you'll be ready for any game.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy building like board game inserts and all those ones. Like, so I'm very happy to sit down and go, right, now's the time I get to build Dice Tower.
I love the dice in this game too.
And the jumbo dice do fit as well.
So. That's specifically one of the things I asked for was it has to work with the Raider dice, which are D20. Or, yeah, not D6s, but 20 millimeter dice. It has to work with them.
Yeah. We're getting high ratings for this stream. Clearly one of our best. The chaos mode.
Random stuff in the stream. We walked through a factory to show you how Dragons and Dragons was made. We rolled dice at you, and we showed you that a hive fits in the backpack. It is pretty much. We're just going to sign off now because I don't think we can top this.
No, I think that's a good end to everything.
All right.
But everyone, if you have any more questions, feel free to put them below this. Once the chat's closed, you're able to add stuff beneath. You're also anywhere on social media, you'll probably find me. So if you message, you're more than welcome to answer any questions. And come back Tuesday.
Please. Let's go to
and then we'll be back Friday, and we'll bring a special guest.
Yeah.
And we'll all talk about how the week has been. This is it's a big hill. We're going from
Absolutely. We're going to launch an expansion, and we're going to see how that is received, how everybody's enjoying the campaign.
Yeah.
If anybody's cracked the first puzzle.
Yeah, I want. Okay, what is your guess for what puzzle we're on by Friday?
By Friday?
Yeah.
I know that we've said the puzzles are hard, but as we mentioned, they're just hard to me. So I think that we will be 4 puzzles in.
I think 3. I think
Friday.
3.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be that. The first one is a hurdle.
Yeah.
Then it gets easier.
We are launching at 7 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday morning, which will convert for everybody.
Which is 2 p.m., 3 p.m. my
time. I typed it in the Discord in
3 p.m.
and it converts to your actual local time zone.
Yeah.
3 for you.
This is the thing, Axel. Annabelle. Oh wait, I got it wrong. Annabelle is a very good puzzle solver, and we're excited to see how she does. But there's this part of the puzzle is also that we want different people to win. You'll find out. So don't worry. Everyone gets a go.
We have thought about that. What if someone
thought about
all the puzzles? Well,
so
we'll work it out so that.
But we will very much be happy if Annabelle's involved in all the discussions on Discord stuff to help people. I'm sure she'll smash it.
So I had to spoil the puzzles for myself because I needed to double check that the graphics that were getting made were correct for the puzzle, and also I need to put up the Discord hints, and so I had to reveal the answers to myself. But I probably could have spent another week just going, okay,
yeah.
I think this and that. And also it really helped me because I talked to Rich and I said, Rich, no one's going to know that. And then he's like, oh, no, they will. They'll know that if they do this, that, and the other thing. And I go, okay, all right, I don't know about that.
There will also be hints. There will be a couple of hints at the appropriate times. But yeah, there will be hints, don't worry. And Rich is also alive and well, so he can also assist in. You could bribe him, yeah. You could. He's in the Discord. So
anyway,
yeah.
If you have any more questions about the campaign, I mean, someone was asking me about the campaign. Well, it's only 4 days from now. You're going to see everything, but then on the campaign, there'll be a lot of frequently asked questions. There's tons of questions. We'll be there answering it, but of course, we'll be back on the stream if there's more things to get clarified.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be in our Discord. We'll be on our Facebook page showing the countdown. There's a couple more images in the countdown to go. 3, 2, 1, and then launch. Excited to have you there.
We've got to get writing some sick notes for people who want to work from home on Tuesday. So I'll get on it for you.
All right.
I like to write, I'm sick is usually what I go with.
That's really fun. Has everybody, by the way, has everyone seen the feature called Endgame on Gamefound? It's a brand new thing. Oh, it's exciting. Yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you for the support and all that you've said about the game. So there's this thing on Gamefound called Endgame, and I actually haven't participated in Endgame before, but it's not an Avengers plot line. It is apparently when the campaign ends, if anybody backs it in the final 10 minutes, it keeps going. And you can turn it on or off. We have turned it on because I am very curious to see what the heck happens at the end of the campaign. does it keep going? I mean, how many people are going to find Andromeda at the end? That
Yeah.
would be fascinating for me to see.
Yeah, I'm excited. And
Um,
we'll have to have large drinks around me because I'm not sure how long
it
it's going
might
to go.
keep going for a while, Rosie.
Yeah, I've got a friend who did a 24-hour dance-a-thon, and I'm like, could be more than that.
Wait. Have you seen Endgame go for days? What? I am not
Yeah,
prepared for what could happen.
there was the longest one was like 36 hours or something, or
No, I don't know what it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Yeah, we're all gonna be on edge.
we
100%.
will all be on edge. Exactly. Very good.
Well, I would like to do, I don't know if this would just be an informal bet, but I would like to see if anybody, when we get there, if anyone can predict how long we will stay in Endgame. I'd be very curious if anybody can, The Price is Right. If you could guess, like how many without going over, the closest without going over.
Yes,
Um,
I have friends that also did a 24-hour sing-a-thon. I have a lot of friends who've done 24-hour things,
so
apparently.
funny. Okay.
That's
Well,
Julian. Julian did a 24-hour sing-a-thon. So,
oh my God, that's hilarious.
I know.
Well, Axel,
Um,
don't do that. Don't back at the end. You got to back right away because we need to push the funding for Andromeda's Edge. But there will be people who come in at the back end and then help us have this fun little end game, which will be amusing.
yeah, it's definitely worth sticking around and being there from the beginning for sure. We're not holding anything
Don't
like
worry. Always on the edge. Nice.
cool. Well, thank you so much, everyone,
Yeah,
for joining
cheers,
us.
everybody.
We will see you next week,
Game
and
on this
I will
weekend.
be in the middle of the edge.
All right, cheers.
All right, bye.
Game on.